I'm Adam. I'm a lineman that works with Lake Country Power. I really do love my job. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of challenges and dangerous stuff that happens with our trade. There's a lot of rewards to it too. Rewards come in is that when you can provide a service and bring smiles to people, like our schools, and businesses, and community members, and when they turn the lights on, everything goes back to normal. Now keep in mind, electricity is a wonderful thing, but it can be extremely dangerous. We have a few things that we'd love to show you, so that when you're working around it, using it, enjoying it, you can be careful. Take a look.
Have you ever thought of all the ways you use electricity? We depend on electricity to light our homes, charge our phones and computers, wash our clothes. It powers our lives. But electricity can also be dangerous, even deadly when used the wrong way. Keep these electrical safety tips in mind to avoid accidents and injuries. Electricity and liquids do not mix. Never place electronics and appliances near water, like next to the sink or the tub. This tip applies to gaming equipment too. Never place a drink near your gaming console. Spills could result in electric shock. Never climb trees near power lines and electrical equipment. Same goes for kites and drones. Before you fly them, make sure you're far away from any overhead power lines. Never pull a plug from an electrical outlet by its cord. Pull from the plug to avoid potential shock, or ask an adult to help you. Going for a swim? Remember, never swim during stormy weather. If you hear thunder, immediately exit the pool until the storm has passed. These are just a few tips to keep in mind. Remember, electricity is amazing stuff, but you should always play it safe. If you're not sure about something, ask an adult. Want more tips? We're here to help. Contact us to learn more about electrical safety.
As I said earlier, I have a great job, and safety's always number one. You ever thought about being a lineman? Well, I tell you what, here's a little look to see how we do our job safely.
Let's face it, you probably don't think about how you get electricity until it goes out. It takes a lot of people to keep power flowing smoothly, and line workers are on the front lines. They're often in challenging and dangerous situations to ensure you receive safe, reliable power. Line workers are required to perform detailed tasks while working 40 feet in the air near dangerous amounts of high voltage. To stay safe and get the job done, these brave men and women wear personal protective equipment. Let's take a look at a line worker's gear. Line workers do everything possible to prevent them, but unexpected fires can happen. Fire-resistant clothing will self-extinguish, limiting injury due to burns. Line workers are required to wear insulated rubber gloves when working on any type of electrical line. Protective gloves are usually made of leather and are worn over the insulated gloves to protect the rubber from punctures and cuts. Insulated hard hats are worn at all times to protect line workers from blows to the head and falling objects. Line workers wear tall, steel-toe boots that are designed with extra supports in mind. The height of the boot shields linemen from gouges, and serrated heels provide a better grip when climbing poles. Line workers must wear protective goggles or glasses when working on electrical lines or clearing rights-of-way to protect them from loose debris and other hazards. In addition to these standard items, line workers may be required to wear equipment belts, tool pouches, safety straps, and other types of equipment. A line worker's gear typically weighs about 50 pounds. That's a lot of extra weight when working in dangerous conditions. Next time you see a line worker, be sure to thank them for keeping the lights on.
Electricity is a valuable thing. We all know that. But it's also very important to understand how dangerous it is. And if it's not treated with respect, it can be deadly. Let's keep that in mind. You can't smell it, you can't see it, and by the time you feel it, it's probably too late. We have some helpful things for you to know here, and what happens when you are careless.
Every outlet in your house is this voltage. 120 volts. Looks like this. Do you think that's enough to kill you?
So there's nobody on this planet that's fast enough or quick enough to get out of the way of electric shock.
If you were flying that kite and you flew that kite into the line, it would look a little more like this. Woo! Now imagine this, you're hanging onto that kite string, you just made a path from that line, down that string, through your body, and to the ground.
You think Dad survived that? No way. Remember now, somebody's hand is in that glove. Whoa. That'll ruin your day. Chris, are you still smiling?
No.
Didn't think so. Let's see what happened to Chris's finger. Right through the tiniest pinhole ever. Oh yeah. Nice big hole.
Every year in America, somebody sticks an aluminum ladder into a high voltage power line. Now I'm going to do that again. At this voltage, it won't jump. I can almost touch that line and it's not going to jump. But if I do this, that arc, if you did that, you would never see that arc. You would be laying on the ground.
There's no way around it. Accidents happen. Would you know what to do if your vehicle crashed into an electric utility pole? While it may seem far-fetched, every year, tens of thousands of accidents occur when utility poles are struck by vehicles and other large equipment. Let's review what you should and should not do if you find yourself in this situation. The safest place for passengers after a collision with the utility pole is inside the vehicle, which acts as a path for the electrical current to reach the ground. You are safe inside the vehicle, but if you get out, you could be electrocuted. If your car hits a utility pole and brings down a power line, stay in your vehicle and wait until help arrives and power lines have been de-energized. Call 911 for emergency assistance. You should only exit the vehicle if a fire occurs, which is rare. If this happens, jump out and away from the vehicle, making sure no part of your body or clothing touches the ground and the vehicle at the same time. Land with both feet together and in small, shuffling steps, move at least 40 feet away from the vehicle to safety. The ground could be energized, so by keeping your feet together and shuffling away, you decrease the chance of electrical current entering your body through one foot and out the other. It's also worth noting what to do if you witness an accident involving down power lines. If you see an accident like this, remain in your vehicle. Remember, the ground could be energized. Call 911 to ensure help is on the way. When a collision with the utility pole occurs, most people are not thinking about electricity, but knowing what to do and what not to do could be the difference between life or death. We hope you never find yourself in this situation, but if you do, remember these safety tips to avoid electrocution. For more electrical safety tips and information, contact your local electric utility.
Hey kids, thanks for listening. Maybe someday one of you will be a lineman. Good luck to you. Always keep this in mind though. Be safe. Electricity truly is dangerous, and it can be the difference between life and death.